Ismail. Today I would like to present to you about our pair presentation with the title is Wedding Ceremony. But before that, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad bin Muhammad Safari. My matric number is 281101.
Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Nur Aslin binti Noriman and my matric number is 279789. Our topic for today is about marriage photo races, which are Malay and Chinese.
Let's continue our discussion with perspective with Malay races. So basically, what is the meaning of the marriage? Marriage is combining between two soulmates, which are boys and girls, with a contract. We call it as akad nikah, and with akad nikah, our relationship will be permissible afterwards. Several things that you need to set up early before you having a wedding ceremony. First thing first, you need to decide your venue. Either you wanted to have your ceremony in front of your house, which means you need a canopy or something like that, or you wanted to have your ceremony in a hall. So if you wanted to do your wedding ceremony in a hall, so you need to book it early. Secondly, you need to book your videographer and photographer early. This is because they having their own schedule with their other customer. And thirdly, you need to book your catering also early. This is because catering is also plays important roles in our wedding ceremony, and you need to deal with them and decide with them what menu do you want it to present to your guests. And mostly in our culture, they would like to present like ayam masak merah, nasi tomato, chachar, which is cucumber, pineapples, pickles, and then you also can have adding some desserts like ABC or chendol and variables of drinks according to your budget. Fourthly, you need to book your henna artist and makeup artist early, and of course choose them wisely, because I know you guys wanted to be the prettiest and handsome groom and bride on that day. Lastly, you need to book your wedding planner early and choose them according to your taste, according to your team, and this is important, guys, because if you don't choose them according to what you want, it will affect your satisfaction during your ceremony. Alright guys, that's the 5 lists that you need to book early. But don't forget to have a book for you to jot down the list that important for your wedding ceremony. And I advise to you, be so detailed in everything that you want to decide with your fiancé. If you want a proper ceremony during your big day, so you need to plan it properly. Next, about the budget, mostly Malays people wanted to spend their money around 10,000 to 20,000 for wedding ceremony. And my advice is, if you wanted to spend it, so discuss it properly with your fiancé and divide it by 2 in order to save your money. Guys, your wedding ceremony is just happened in one day, and you wanted to spend with your partners in a long term. So think it carefully before you spend it too much. Avoid wasting your money too much on your one-day wedding ceremony. In addition, there are special functions in our wedding ceremony, which are kompang. Then also they will having a silat performance, and lastly they will have water sprinkle, or we call it as a merengue. Lastly, I would like to share with you my opinions about this wedding ceremony. If you wanted to have a good wedding ceremony, please guys, have a good discussion with your fiancé, and please spend it carefully, accurately, and avoid from wasting too much on your one-day ceremony. Wedding is not about your ceremony in one day. Actually, it's about how you live in a couple, and afterwards you will have a children. So how do you manage your life with your family? So think it carefully, spend it properly, and hope you guys doing well with your partner.
Marriage in Chinese society is a turning point that brings a big change in their life. Marriage is important to maintain the institution of the family, and through the lineage of ancestor can be passed on from a generation to another. In Chinese society, a wedding is planned and arranged as best as possible. According to their belief as well, couples who marry without following customary rules are considered invalid. There are two terms of marriage practiced by them, namely implicit marriage arranged by either parents or middleman, and implicit marriage in which both men and women are given the freedom to choose their partner. Basically, the wedding customs of the Chinese community include the stage of marriage protocol and wedding ceremony.
Before the wedding day, the preparation that need to be made is to choose a hall or at home on the day of the ceremony. Discuss the food for the guests and the bride, dress, makeup, and also the theme of the wedding ceremony for the bride and groom. On the wedding day, the bride and groom are beautifully decorated. Chinese people in the past wore wedding dresses made of silk cloth and embroidered with gold thread. Then each dress is decorated with various accessories. The wedding dress should be white, red, or yellow. It is forbidden to wear black, blue, and gray clothes because it is believed that these colors symbolize death and grief. The mother of the bride will comb the bride's hair 3 times before the bride is sent to the groom's house. As for Chinese customs, the tea drinking ceremony is a Chinese tradition in which the newlywed give tea to all the family members to drink as a sign of identification with each other. This custom symbolizes the acceptance of the bride and groom, especially the wife in the husband's family, in addition to aiming to strengthen family tie. Next, the culmination of the Chinese wedding ceremony is in the evening, which is a dinner. The banquet will be held on a large scale, whether at home, hall, or restaurant. Incoming guests will bring ampao as a gift to the bride and groom. The budget needed by both couples is a gold ring, a change of clothes, and also cash. If the groom does not provide enough delivery items to the bride, a large amount of cash will be given. Along with the delivery of the dowry, the bride's family will be notified of the wedding date, and notification will be made with the bride. In Chinese society, the greater the dowry given, the higher the dignity and position of the man. There is a culture that is still practiced by the Chinese society today during the wedding day, among which the men bring the bride into the hall by boarding the tamu besar. In fact, the guests were also accompanied by the sound of drum instruments and tarian naga to celebrate the happy day of the newlywed. Lastly, the bride and groom were also served tea water. The bride and groom will drink with their hand crossed in front of the guests present.